All right, friends and family of the Teacher Danny Show, thanks for tuning in today. We are going to go over how to import images. Before I get into that, I don't want to just talk, so I'll just make it quick. Meta Horizon Worlds, $2.5 million prize pool, up to $200,000 cash prize for the top places. The lowest prize is $30,000. And the whole theme of this contest is mobile worlds. It's called Mobile Reloaded. They've already had a mobile contest. Now they're having another huge push. This is the biggest amount of money that they've given away as prizes. If you want to enter, you join the MHCP, the Meta Horizon Creators Program. It's basically if you're 18 and up and you live in a country where it's like allowed, then you can join, okay? You'll get the desktop editor, and you'll be able to do stuff, okay? So and include make something for the contest. All right. Now let's talk about how to import images. So let's make an image first of all. Let's think of something practical that we can do. Let's just make a wall. Okay, so a wall might have, in a real place, let's say in a store, like a grocery store. If you look at the wall, the shelves are going to physically come out of the wall. You're going to be able to touch them and reach them. In VR, we can make similar things, but sometimes you just need decoration. Okay, so let's just make an image that we're just going to put up to look like the side of a store. It won't be very interactive. If somebody looks at it really close, it won't be perfect. They'll be able to tell it's a photo, but that's not the point. In mobile and VR, stuff like that is acceptable because it's it still gives you the experience. It still tells a story. Okay, so the first thing I do is I go to Gemini. Now you can use any AI photo or image creator. I mean, there's a ton out there. I use Gemini because I got a year for free. I got this deal where I got a year for free for the pro version. So I'm yeah, of course I'm going to get that. So maybe when this is up, maybe I'll do a different one. I don't know. But I definitely vouch for this one. I like it a lot. I've got a lot done, especially in coding. Okay, but image-wise. Okay, let's say make an image of one wall on the inside of a grocery store. There should, okay, heavy 3D style, so that way it'll, they can make it in a way that makes it look more 3D. Heavy 3D style, and simple and cute. Heavy 3D style, simple, cute. Lots of products. You know what? Let's just pop that in and see what happens. You know what's a really good way to make an image? To tell it, ask it, we can literally ask the computer. I'll wait till it's done, and then we'll ask it what's the best way to ask for an image. So we'll tell it to make a prompt that is good for images. Heavily 3D styled image. Right? Didn't that come out kind of cute? Okay. And that's just the wall. Okay. Let's see. How would I You know what? Actually, that's still pretty good. Okay. Let me think. I guess let's just use this photo. Okay. So I'm going to download it. Now it downloads as a PNG. Thankfully, makes it simple. When I clicked up here in this right corner to open this up, and I clicked this folder here to open the image that just downloaded, it opened this window that I'm just dragging in. So it opened on my other screen, though, so that's why you didn't see it. So there's the image. When your images, you have to know where your images get downloaded to. Mine download to the download folder. See? Got this image. Now let's see, how do we bring this image in? Super simple. What was it again? Something with like a button. Just kidding. I'm going to show you how to do it with the editor. Where are you at, editor? Are you even open? Was the editor closed? The editor was closed? No, it wasn't. All right. So when you are in a world, okay, let's go back to the beginning, right? Once you open up your desktop editor, it's going to look like this. Okay? So you open up your desktop editor, it looks like this. You pick your world. Okay. And then when you're in the world, maybe I should have looked on those options. Maybe there was another way to do this without having to go into a world. I don't know. You got to go into worlds anyway, so might as well just go into the world. And what we're going to do with this image is we're going to save it as an asset in our asset library. So basically Horizon has a file of it at all times that we can use at any time we're an editor on a world. Okay. So here is, just some world that I'm working on. Okay, we'll go to the asset library. And before we do that, I'm going to change the name of that. I'm going to change the name of that. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? That's not where you're supposed to go. I'm so nervous that the millions of people that are watching me. So I'm going to go to the file that I'm about to use. I remember it was this one. I'm going to just change its name. Okay. No, I was trying to change the name. Okay. Store wall 1. Okay. All right. So it's changed its name. We're back at our inside of a world in desktop editor. We go to public assets, and then we switch over to my assets actually. So it's the asset library, and then we click on my assets, and then right here where it says add new. Okay, that's the secret button, add new. So it's asset library, my assets, add new, and then you get all these choices, and we're gonna pick texture. See, it's not even that intuitive. Like texture does not sound like it would be an image. In my mind, the word texture would be like something with like 3D shape, like a turtle shell has texture. You can feel it. The texture of a piece of paper might be completely flat, but that's its texture. It's just, anyway. But texture is what we call these images. Okay, so I'm gonna add a new texture. Click on texture, choose the file on my device, and then we're gonna go to that download. Let's see, where are you at? Downloader. Golly gee whiz. Okay, download, store wall 1, and import. Oh, and the cool thing about images is you can bring in multiple at once. When you do 3D objects, you have to bring in 2 files just to bring in one thing. But when you do PNGs, you can bring them, I don't know, at least 10. I'm pretty sure you can do at least 10. Okay, so it's importing the asset. All right, let's see where it put the asset. Oh, you know what? Whatever you have highlighted, that's where it's going to put the asset. I should have thought about that before. But see, so my assets was already highlighted. So I go here, it had that little clock on it, but that clock's gone. So now it's ready. Okay, now I can't just drag it out. Watch, I can't just pull out the asset like this. It won't work. It doesn't appear anybody. See, if you look all the way in my hierarchy, you're not going to see anything here that says like, image. Okay. Or PNG or anything. All right. So store wall 1. So here's how we do it. We're going to build. This is the simplest way. You're going to love this. We're going to build a shape, and we're going to build the 10 by 10 plane. Okay, let's drag that out. Did it not work? Did I do it bad? Oh, I did. Okay, it's coming. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. It put it right in the center and it just made it down flat like that. But whatever, we'll lift it up. Okay. So this is the 10 by 10 plane. I'm just going to have it stand up. Okay. So now, here's something interesting about this 10 by 10 plane. This one is pretty tall, so it's even going like through the floor. Okay, so 10 by 10 means 10 meters, and each one of these squares here is 10 meters on the ground. I mean, it's 1 meter. So that's 10 meters across. Okay, so let's look at it from up close. Here's something interesting. It's a 10 by 10 plane. Why do we call it a plane? Because it's only two-dimensional. See, we see it. And 3D objects you can see from the side or every direction, right? This one you can only see from the front. It's not there anymore. Except it is. Look, we just ran through where it was standing. So you can run through it. It like doesn't exist when you're coming from that side. So look, we try to run back into it. Nope. Can't run back into it. But if from this side, here, let's run backwards. Right? A while. All right. So we have the image. Okay, I'm going to go to my assets and I'm going to click on store wall and I'm going to get the asset ID. Okay. All right. Oh, but you know what? That's not actually how we're going to do this anyway. We're going to do it even a simpler way. We're just going to straight up choose a texture. So when you click on any object, it's going to have all these things, including texture asset. But when you put a texture asset on something, it stretches it over the whole thing. So if you put it on a sphere, it wouldn't be that rectangular picture. It would be rounded, and it'd be weird in the corners. It would have to be stretched in different ways. But if you stretch a square picture over a square frame, it's going to come out square. So that's why we use the 10 by 10 frame. Even if it's a rectangular picture that's like wider on one side, you can just stretch out the picture till it looks like the way you want it to look. It'll look compressed when you first do it, and then it'll stretch it out. Maybe we'll do that later, but okay. So I could have explained this whole thing in seconds. So I'll start from the beginning again, but let me show you the end part before we do that. All right. Select texture. So you have the object thing. Select a texture. It's asking me which texture assets. Okay, I was going to say it should give me all these options. Okay, I can't remember exactly. I guess it puts together everything that it knows is a texture. But anyway, let's do this one. Okay. And as I see, it's upside down. Adorable. That's it. You imported an image. And see, and the good thing about an image, what's the good thing about image? Just like everything else, it can be, scaled down. So envious of the people that can do that fast. They move stuff around. So envious, dude. And then you could make a bunch of walls. And it would, if this is a game that you're making, a game where it's a store, role playing or something, maybe you would want to have a lot of 3D things that actually do something and can be interacted with or even jumped on or thrown. But sometimes you just want this. And there's many other applications. Look, all these images back here, these are background images that I wanted to use behind the scenes of my fights. That's all these are. Those are 10 by 10 planes, and I stretched them sideways. Let me show you. All right, let's bring out another 10 by 10 plane. Okay, get it ready. All right. So now what do we do next, right? We have to select a texture asset. And, maybe it's been a little bit since I've done this, but I don't remember doing it like this last time, where it seems like it's going through all my assets and figuring out which ones are textures, which I can appreciate. But also, if I know the name of the texture, then it'd be easier to find. Okay, where is one that I know is very stretched out and wide? What? Ugh, that's not what I want to do. All right, select texture. All right, I guess it's pulling up all the textures again. Come on. Gotta go further than that. No? I don't get it. Why isn't it going further? Search texture asset. I gotta have more than that. Okay, well here, let's just use this ocean symbol. Oh, this ocean symbol isn't the best. So this is PNGs can actually be clear in some parts, and as you see, it's like clear on the edges, and it shows black on the plane. That's what'll happen any place where you don't have an image. But let's say this was your thing, have that hidden or whatever, and then maybe stretch it out a little sideways, however you want it. Okay, I don't know. But here, let's look at the ones I made, right? So here's one. It's supposed to, let's see, this one's a much easier one to tell what you're looking at. Right? I don't know. This seems nice and proportional. It seems like it was made very well. This is an AI image. So I want to make a copy of it. Okay. So when it's 10 by 10, here's what we're going to do. Its scale is changed. So let's change it to what its original was. Okay. Actually doesn't look that bad, but I remember when I made this image, it was intended for it to be a rectangle, and see, it came out, here's its square at its original size. So I will just stretch it out until it just looked normal to me. These came out really good. You can see the little symbol down there. I guess it was it Germina or Gemini? I forget whose symbol that is. I think it's Gemini's symbol. But yeah, they made that image. I mean, that's it. That's how you bring in images. Let's do it one more time, okay? What do I want an image of? Let's say you wanted to have a window. You had a building inside, and you just want to make a window, but you don't want to build everything outside the window, especially if people aren't going to be interacting with it. So let's go back to the Google stuff where we make the pictures. Make an image of a large window in a summer cottage with a beautiful scene outside. Just have the window and frame and view. Do not show the wall. Now, a lot of times when I bring in images, I know this, I'm just want to see that. Like, you could just bring in images. It's super simple. But I do a little bit of editing sometimes too, to certain things. Especially the number one thing I like to do is remove backgrounds in a lot of these pictures for things. And to remove backgrounds, there's some free websites, but like they're a little clunky. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Dude, that's so perfect. Man. So, okay, so we downloaded the picture. Okay, I'm going to go to where the picture is. I'm going to change its name. Oh, it was already up there. Make sure it's the right one. Yep. Okay. Windows scene 1. Okay, so that's all I did is I prompted an image, downloaded the image. It's on my computer with a new name. I go back to my desktop editor. I have multiple instances of my editor open. What's that? Okay, I'm not even going to bother with it. Okay. Go to My Assets. I'm going to add new, but this time let's pay attention to what folder I put it in. How about images? Sound good? Put it in my images folder. Doesn't that just make sense? Okay, so I'm on images. So now when I add new and go to texture and choose files, it's going to put it in my images folder. And luckily, images coming in pretty quick, so it'll be ready pretty soon. And then, so let's say, we have a because the AI, you could get the AI to make you like a 3D window like that, but I don't know. This way is really simple. Let's get the Gen AI to make a wall inside. Okay. The interior wall of a summer cottage. Just one wall. No windows. I mean, we're going to put the windows. And let's see what it makes. Oh, I put it on the, okay, whoops. Okay, I put that on the assistant, which probably would have still worked, but I don't know. I don't want the assistant to do anything because he'll mess with my code. He'll type stuff up, give me like health recommendations. I don't know. He's cool, but all right. So 3D model. Now I'm going to say, let's just copy this. Oh, you can't. The interior of all right. So while that's generating, okay, give me a couple options to that. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do. What do we got to do? We got to, that's right, kids, get a 10 by 10 plane out of shapes. I mean, don't they? Well, I guess a lot of people probably use it as floor. I was going to say, don't they know that I want it upright? Why are things not just the way I want them? And convenient, like for me. Only 99% of things are perfect for me. I want 100. That is true privilege. Oh, gosh, what am I doing? All right. All right. Okay, so there's the image. The window scene is ready, as we see. So I'm going to click on the plane. I'm going to click select texture. I'm guessing window scene is going to be one of the first ones to pop up. I don't know. If not, we can search it. Okay, it is. That's good. Window scene. Okay. Nice. Looks great. Looks great. See the little watermark. I don't care. All right, the Gen AI. What did you make, buddy? This episode has been brought to you by Gatorade. If you buy Gatorade, your life will get better. Gatorade. That's okay. That's interesting. All right, there's one. Okay. I'm interested in this one, but like you can see where I would want to put the window. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's whatever. Okay. Texture this model. So now it's going to make that model, and that's not the model that we actually looking at. That's just an image, and it's going to use that image to make the model. So that it'll look a lot like that image. But sometimes when it shows you a picture of the model, that's the actual model you're looking at, like in Meshy, which I got my so when you sign up for Meshy, which is this 3D model AI website. So you know how I got these images made by AI. Well, I can't get 3D models made by AI, by this AI anyway. So I got to use the one either, you know, in the desktop editor, or I go to Meshy. Now Meshy, let's see how much it costs. Whatever it costs us to, I think I paid like half price. I think it was pretty good. 48,000 bonus credits? What? Studio plan special. What is this? Studio. Oh, okay. So $50 a month for Studio. All right. So I've been paying for Pro. And I'm serious. I want to say I got it for like $10 a month. But anyhow, I digress. I got 1,000 credits. Every month I get 1,000 credits. And here's how much it costs to like make things. How many credits? Oh, I got 30 credits. Okay, good. Oh, there's something I needed to do. Oh man, I had this. I'm going to show you guys this project. This is just a concept. This is something I'm sure has been done. I guarantee it's been done by professionals, but like in Horizon Worlds. But you know, maybe you haven't thought of this. So let me show you. Okay, so anyway, here's Meshy. If I want to make something, let's say text to 3D, I want to tell it to make something. I could tell it whatever I wanted, you know, make a sandcastle, you know, that's upside down and inside out, and show all you folks what it's all about. Now, I'm not going to do it because it's going to use 20 credits. It used to use 10 credits, and then I guess that now they have Meshy 6, so now it's 20 credits. I don't know the difference. I don't know, but I just know everything costs twice as much. So, and, you know, paying more for something, you're always like, ugh. But I got to be honest, this is such a value. This is such a value. There's nothing else that is this simple. Like, there's websites you can get for free, and you can get 3D objects for free, and you can also have AI make them for free in Horizon Worlds. I don't know. I think this one is pretty superior. So anyway, here's a lot of the things that I've already made. And here's one of the things I did, right? I wanted to make a robot. Right? Little doggy. Made some cute stuff. Okay, so like see this robot? I made him look all types of ways. And this is just one of the ways I made him look. I gave him a sad face on this one. Like he's angry, you know? But most of them, he's happy. Okay? But when you bring it in, there's ways to like animate things in you know, with 3D stuff. I'm not sure how to do it, or if I even can animate this thing, like make his arms and legs move. Or his head turn. Or tilt. If in Horizon Worlds. So basically when I bring him in, it's like a marble statue. Like that's how he is. However he's brought in is how he's going to be. So let me show you. So what I did is I took this guy, I took a picture of him, and I edited out everything, erased everything except one part at a time. One arm, the torso, the leg, and I made all the pieces together. See, I started doing it with a dog robot too, and there's one thing I didn't get to finish, so I'm glad. But like, look. These are all for the doggy. Well, mostly. This robot came out really cool. All right. So there's the robot, but look, there's like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them in each one at a time. And here, like, I just thought it'd be cool if, like, you know, an arm just flies in like a flying transformer, and like he has his arm. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be a good graphic. But like, yeah, so I made each arm and each leg. You know what? Let's bring this in. Let's put this guy together. Okay. So there's one thing I didn't get to mesh or texture. Okay, so I got the right leg. What don't I have? Do I have? Yeah, I got. Yeah, that one's done. Okay, I want to say it was the left leg. Left. Oh, it was left dog leg. So I'm fine. I'll get to that. In the meanwhile, let me go ahead and download all the robot stuff. Okay. All right, it was all on that page. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, click this one. Yeah. 3,000 vertices. That's, or yeah, they both are around 3,000. Make it an FBX file. I'm going to download it. Okay. So first we just made the right arm. Now we're going to make, now let's do right leg. Now let's do left arm and then left leg. Left arm happens to be pointing. Where's left leg? Left human leg, or should I say robot leg. All right. Now let's make the torso. This cute little torso. Reminds me of like a little robot turtle. He just like tucked his little head in there. Look at that. So adorable. All right. Download FBX. Now the robot's head. Where was it? Is this the right one though? 3,000, yep. Now this one came out super shiny looking. I don't think it's going to be that shiny when I bring it in. I think there's something about like there's a certain way to do shiny. But maybe it will come in like that. I want it to come out more like this, but when I see, because it has, look how many faces it has, how many like sides to it, as you know, almost 1 million, 754,000 plus vertices. But it does look really smooth. I mean, it does look really smooth compared to this. This one did not come out so well. Like a lot of the robot, when it was, I just made the whole robot, did come out well. Even when I did like low poly kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I see a little, it's a little weird around the eyes, and let's see, where's it cool? Look at this guy, yo. Freaking adorable. This one came out pretty good, right? Oh, man. I don't even know what I'm going to do with these. Okay, so I downloaded them all. Okay, I'm going to go to the folder that they're all in. Okay, they are each, what's it called? Already zip files, so I'm going to grab them, extract them all. Okay, to this folder. Yeah, sure. Do they all go in the same folder? What's it going to do? Only. Okay. So this is one of the zip files I brought in. So you find the 3D object. We're going to name it material 0.001.fbx, and then we're going to name the one that just ends in texture, not texture with any of these other options. Just texture. We're going to name this one material 0.001 underscore uppercase BR. And that's, we don't have to put .png. It'll already, for some reason, that one works. Okay. All right, so I tried to unzip them all at the same time. I guess it only worked on one. It only did Tech Buddies. Okay, so let me do one at a time. And what's nice about, like, usually when I do stuff like this is when I'll put on like Demio, and because this is kind of tedious, and I'll play, give me something fun to do, and in between turns I'll do this, or pop on a movie or something. It's hard to watch anime when I do this stuff, because anime is like you want to watch the action. I don't care about the story. I already know the story. The story is like the dude is invincible, and then he just, when he's about to lose, he just gets more strength. That's anime. They're just stronger now. Like everything's willpower, but they call it strength. All right. 0.001.fbx. Here, I'm going to copy this so I can do that over and over again. All right, material, that's 001 underscore BRPNG. Okay. I don't know. Something was different about it. All right. So I got Tech and 7. These are just whatever names like the Meshi gave to it. I'm sure I could have changed the names, but all right, we're going to go through all of these. Come on, change your name. What are you doing? Oh, did I not extract it? Come on, man. Act like you've been here before, Danny. Yeah, you can't just go in there. You have to extract all. That's right. Because it's a zip file. Okay. All right, so I got these 3 so far: robotic leg, robotic arm. See, and I should have labeled these better, but I'll cheat and bring them in. I'll take my time. I'm probably not doing it the most efficient way. I might be doing it the most efficient way, but also might not be. Oh, why Daniel, do you know how to use a computer? Yes, I know how to use a computer. You push the buttons and things will happen. You know. All right. All right. So robotic arm. I remember this time, you guys. Okay, robotic right leg, and then should be it. All right. I wonder if this would be more interesting if I played music. I mean, it couldn't be less interesting. Just kidding. You know, listen, if this is your topic, this is cool stuff. You know, I'm not trying to make all this social media stuff because I want to be big on social media. It's just that this is like such a perfect platform. So even though the small community that I'm really interacting with, relatively small community, this is a good way to reach them because they can be anywhere and they can see my stuff and, you know, more people know about me. I mean, once I put something up, like when I put a commercial, like I'll build you something I can build, hire me, I start getting a lot of calls. I mean, not a lot more, but more calls than I can keep up with. Like there's more work than I can do, which is a very, very nice problem to have. So I'm not complaining. All right. So did I get all 7? Okay. So now how do we bring stuff in? We do it with the desktop editor. Come on, everybody. All right, so yeah, let's see how that wall came out. So I guess that is what it looks like. All right, so we are going to go to our assets. Let's see, where do we want to put those robot assets that I just downloaded? Now, almost all the robots in here, except for, I think, the most recent one, which, didn't work, apparently. These are all, robots I made in Primitive. Oh, my gosh. I will always remember these. Wow. I was really proud of those. A lot of these were unique. Okay, so I don't know why my last one didn't work, but let's just erase it then. Your asset timed out while importing. You know what? I think what I did is I turned it off while it was in the middle of the upload. Anyway. Okay, I'm on robots. I'm going to click add new. I'm going to click 3D model. Okay. And I'm going to choose. All right, what was the first one? Okay, I think this was the head. See, they're all named Material 001, and, you know, I don't get to see what it looks like, so I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so it's importing, it says. Now, I wonder, do I have to wait? Let me see if I can just start importing the next thing. Okay. Looks like it's about to let me. Yeah, looks like it's importing 2 things at once. All right. Okay, did the first 2, third one. It's taking a while to get in. Oh! Okay, that's a real good sign when the clock went away. So I'm guessing that these are going to work. Okay, so how many do I got so far? 3, right? I made 3. All right, so the next one will be the 4th one up. I mean, this is the toughest part of this importing stuff is that one, you know, you got to do like things one step at a time. They take, you know, a bit. But also they you got to remember what's what, especially because of this weird way you have to bring them in. There's got to be another way. I'm going to talk to some people that know a lot more than me, and yes, they exist. They're called humans. And I'm going to ask them. There's got to be a better way than naming everything material.001. I don't know. Literally, I looked it up. I went on Perplexity. I went on Gemini. I'm like, dude, is that really how it is? Is that really? So that's what we're doing now? That's what we're doing? Okay, so this one is the, which one? 4633. See if any of these had like one little dot wrong, then they don't work. All right. While that's all uploading, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna tap into the matrix. All right, here we go. We're going in, boys. So since those, let's see how far they are. Oh, I gotta switch it to casting so you can actually see it. Let's see, everything should have come on, Cletus, what are you doing? Why are they both? Oh, okay. All right, so here's the world that I was just in, so that's why it kicked me out on the desktop. But anyway, hopefully all those things have the assets have come in. Okay. So let's see. Here I'll just go into build assets. Robots. Okay, that one's still working it out. So there's 6. I thought I brought in 7. Anyway, let's double check. Okay, the first one is torso. So I'm guessing this is a leg. Oh, it's an arm. Which arm is it? It's the right arm. Two, 3, 4, 5. These look so good. All right, and that one's still going, the one with the head, so that's okay. Let's it's fitting in so right. See, that's the thing. You know, if you want to be creative, Like they can hover, you know. I mean, it's however you want it, but I want them connected. I want to. And there we go. Oh, I thought it was casting. Oh, gosh. It never started casting, did it? Yeah, it is. I thought I'm casting. Okay, stop casting. Okay, cast. Web. Next. Hold on. Am I Teacher Danny? Yeah, Teacher Danny. Let's see. Still not casting. That's me. Okay, well, if I can't cast, then I can't show you on the headset. So we're going to go back into the desktop editor. We can still do it in the desktop editor. It's just, I like moving. When I'm physically moving things, I like to use VR. Brought to you by Gatorade. It will save your life. All right, what time is it? 10:06. All right, we are coming up on the hour mark. Go away. The desktop editor took a dump. I do have some cute songs. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I play what I play on my desktop, you can hear. Oh, yeah, I think you can if I change the settings. It's all right. Some other time. Because I do have some AI songs that I had made. It's the Teacher Danny Show, and he helps you in the metaverse, learning stuff like that. Maybe I should have been a singer. Wow. That really just felt right. Sorry. See what I mean? So I was putting together that robot piece by piece. Each part, comes apart. And then as I made it, I assembled it as I brought it in piece by piece. All right. Now, just imagine, what if it did this in motion? I'm going to do it in an instant way. But watch this. It's like, robot, assemble. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, ding, zzz, ding. And, all the parts come together with those exact sound effects that I just did. They were really good. Well, you know what I mean? I just think that'd be cool. Let me get his little... Yeah, see, it's like awkward doing stuff. Now, some people can do it great. Or do it quickly. I mean, I can do it well, too. I just can't fly through it. I'm like chewing through it. Okay. And then, of course... Let's bring in the top part of the robot. Oh, that's right. All right, now we'll put this robot together, and then essentially we will be done. And then, so I got this little robot. I'm going to show you the robot's head, and then, you could just imagine if you made different robots heads with different facial expressions on it, and you got the same robot, different heads. A lot of times you can even just change the texture. What? You're still coming in. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, see, I right click it to click place and nothing's happening. So I don't know what's happening why that didn't come in. But here's the other thing. Here's what else I like. Here's what I really like. So look, I already got the model. I like how the model looks or whatever. So let me, change the color. So I click on here. I'm going to click on my Gen AI. I'm going to click on texture. And I'm going to say purple robot torso. And then it'll change this robot. I wonder, can you just get it to make an image? Oh, I guess if you wanted to just make an image on something, you would save it and apply it. I didn't even look at that. Where did they save the texture? Because I always use them immediately. And I've only actually used it for the sake of showing people. I mean, I've never really been that concerned with changing the textures of my objects, even though that is a extremely valuable thing, especially if you want some variety. Let's say I have a bunch of little robot characters. I'll show you an example. My Protobots. These guys. First, I just call them Baby Robot. But see, this guy right here, that is the exact same bot as this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy. And they are all exact same bot, but they have different colors based on their type. Now these actually are unique. Okay, these ones actually see how his face, see the curve in his face, right? And this one, see his antennas are a little bit different. This guy's are thicker, go up like little tree trunks. This one kind of goes up like a thinner tree at the top, and see, he has a more curvy brow. This guy, I love how this one came out, with the water splashing around him, and with the amphibious ears or fish ears, and then the fire guy came out sharp. I think that's my favorite so far. And then the mud guy, and then of course all these I just did individually. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's go to the robot torso again. And see, and now it's a completely different type of robot. I could have made him rusty, or make him have stripes or something like that. And so you can really get a lot of variety out of everything, because once you got the 3D shape, that's one part, but then there's all the skins. Because again, it's you look at all these buttons and stuff, those are what's supposed to look like a weld or a screw. Those are not if you looked at them from the side, it would just be flat. See, it looks like that is puffed up, but it's not. It's just an image. I'm trying to show you. Yeah, see, you literally can't. Okay. So, as you see, all right. So, thank you very much for checking out my live stream. If you have any questions, hit me up. My Instagram is Teacher Danny. Let's win some of that $2.5 million. Every dollar of that prize pool is going to someone. All you have to do is be one of those people. You only need so much of the money. I mean, the lowest prize is $30,000, man. I'm trying to think what I would do. I'm guessing right now off the top, I don't know a lot about money, to be honest with you, but I'm guessing off the top, 50% is tax. Maybe that's a little heavy. Maybe it'd be less, because it depends on what you do. I did look up tax brackets. I know what tax brackets are. And, if you were in the top tax bracket, you'd be getting close to paying half of your income for the money that's over a certain tax bracket. So your first $80,000, you're only paying 20%, something like that. And then on the next 20,000, 30,000, you're paying a higher percent, and then it maxes out. So just because your percent, anyway. So, if this put me in the top tax bracket, which let's say I won $200,000. Okay, that's would be more money than I've ever even come close to that would be the most money I've had by far. Okay. I don't know how many years it would take. I do know how many years it would take me to earn that money. I don't want to talk about it right now. This year has been a lot better though. Oh my gosh. I've got such a good job right now. It's going to be a shame to leave it next year when I am a hotshot programmer with my own little company and stuff. So, okay. Thanks for checking it out. Teacher Danny out.